Howdy folks, the Prepared Christian here. Today I'm going to show you how to grow tobacco from seed. And we're going to set up and show you how to get the seed started today. Alright, a couple things you're going to need to start your tobacco seed. First thing you're going to need is some tobacco. This is tobacco seed that I grew last year. You can see how fine this stuff is. It's about like pepper. I saved some seed. This looks kind of small. I'm not sure if this is viable or not, so I'm going to just plant a couple little bits of it. And then, don't know if you can see this one, Connecticut broadleaf. I bought this on eBay a few years ago. Tobacco seeds holds its viability for a long time, so we can be pretty sure I've had no germination problems whatsoever with this stuff when I've used it. So we're going to start. Most of it's going to be this. I'm going to try a little bit with what I saved last year. Okay, so what I've got here is I've got a little 6-cell starter. Got it full of start and grow mix there, organic, that I use. Got me a little bowl that I got it sitting in. And these are the things you're going to need. You're going to need a spray bottle. This sprays water. That's very important for tobacco seedlings and stuff. It works really well. I've got water in here. I'm going to fill this bowl. I'm only going to water from the bottom like this for the initial soaking, because you can see it's floating. This stuff's really dry, but I'm going to spray down the top. Get it nice and wet. So I'm going to take my tobacco from last year and I'm going to put it in these 2 cells here. And what you do, and we're going to replant this stuff when it comes up, but get you a little pinch of this stuff, and I'm going to sprinkle some on there and sprinkle some on there. This stuff, like I said, is really fine. It's like finer than pepper. And so if this works, this stuff will stay viable for quite some time. So I'm going to hang on to those. And these 2 right here, I got pine needle right here. I'm going to stick them in that side so I know which 2 are the ones I saved. And then I got this little bag of Connecticut broadleaf here. This little tiny bag says 1,000+ seeds. I think there's a lot more than that in there when I got it. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to try to get a little pinch of this out of here. And it's sticking on my finger there. And maybe pour some out. Try and put it back when I'm done. There. Got some in my hand. Sprinkle some there, sprinkle some there, a little bit there. Sprinkle some on there. Alright. That is all she wrote. See, now, I'm not growing commercial. I'm growing just in my garden for ornamental and maybe trade some plants. But then take and get it nice and soaked. Now, you don't want to cover those seeds. They take light to germinate, so they're going to need plenty of light. My fingers get tired. We'll get it. I'm always really soaking it because it's dry, but it'll soak up that water underneath. And like I said, that's the only time I do that, underneath, because I found out tobacco seedlings don't like watering from underneath when they're starting out. When they're little and once they sprout, you're going to want to spray them every day with this to water them. Now, when to start? Say usually 6 weeks before your first frost. I'm about 2 weeks before my first frost right now, so, or my last frost, I mean. 6 weeks before the last frost. So I'm a little bit late. I started last year. I started even later. I only put out one plant last year, and it still got over 6 foot tall. So got lots of leaves if I could. This Connecticut broadleaf is a very generic, useful. You can use it for cigars, you can use it for pipes, you can use it for cigarettes. You know, tobacco has lots of uses other than smoking. So anyway, we got this bowl, we got that. You can take cling wrap and wrap the whole thing and set it in a sunny spot. I haven't been using the cling wrap the last couple of years, and it seems to sprout just fine as long as I spray them down every day. I've got a light set up over on the other side. The other channels, first couple of times I did it, you know, watched it, you got to set them under lights and heavy lights and have a fan going on them and everything. I haven't done that the last couple of years. I basically just spritz them down every day and let them set them in a sunny window. Now I'm out on my sun porch right now, and it's still been a little bit cool in here, so I'm going to put them in the house in a sunny window, and we'll come back and take a look at them in a couple days when they sprout.